Welcome back for another video, and this video is a little different. As you can tell by the title, it's going to be fixing an E10 error code for a diesel heater. It's currently -30 outside and our heater stopped working, so it's not fun. You can see my breath. Yaz and the dogs are just up in a hotel until I fix this. We got it for 2 nights, so planning on fixing it right now and then letting this thing heat back up while we're in the hotel. But like the title of the video, E10 error code, as a lot of you may have already searched up, but it's just a regular no start kind of code, like a no ignition sort of thing. So there's a lot of different things that can cause that. Like, I've had this code before and I fixed it, but the things that I tried didn't fix it, which would be sometimes if you have turned off the heater and you try to turn it back on and there's like air in your fuel lines and the fuel can't get to the heater, that will cause an E10 error code on startup. But I checked that, not the case. Sometimes if you flood your heater, I've done that as well, where you just prime it too long and then it doesn't start because there's just too much fuel. So I've like I just took off the exhaust and it starts leaking out like crazy. Tried that again, nothing happened. So my thought is that it's the air that's not getting in. So I'm assuming that it's either really like all the soot is all up in the ignition chamber, or the hole where the glow plug goes is clogged. That's my guess, but we're about to take a look at it. So the tools you're gonna need is just like a flathead screwdriver, some Allen keys, and I have channel locks because I gotta take the seat off. So that's why I need the channel locks. I'll put the size Allen key right here once I look at it, because I just don't know it offhand, but I'm gonna get this chair off and get started. So I just got this open here. And to get to the, what's it called? To get to the combustion chamber, you gotta unlock everything. But look at this. Look at all this dust on the air intake. I honestly think that this might be the problem. Let's take a closer look. Look at this. Look at all this dust on the air inlet. I would not be surprised if this is the reason why. So I think I'm gonna try just firing it back up after I clean this off. Like, look at that. It's covering the entire thing. Wow. So what was clogged there was the air inlet. I'll put a diagram right here of those diesel heaters so you can see what I'm talking about. But on the bottom you have the exhaust and the air intake for the combustion chamber, and then what was clogged was the air inlet. So that's what sucks cold air and pushes it right through the combustion chamber, allowing it to ignite and kind of have your hot air coming out, which wasn't happening. So I'm thinking that might be my problem, which is a lot easier to fix than opening it up, even though it's not terrible open up, but it is time consuming. So I'm just going to clean this off, like I said, and we're gonna fire it up and see if that was the problem. So that was not entirely the issue. It does still doesn't ignite, but the fan does blow a lot harder and faster. You can hear it a lot better now. So I'm hoping that it is what I was saying earlier, that it's just the air intake into the combustion chamber is clogged, so it's not getting to the glow plug. But I'm hoping that's the problem. We're about to open it and find out. And then with the air inlet unclogged, I'm hoping that it's even hotter in here after. So let's start opening this thing. So first things first, obviously disconnect that. This is the air inlet from earlier, so you want to unscrew that. Oh, after you get that unscrewed, the last thing you gotta do, unscrew this here, which is like, this is where your heat comes out of. Unscrew that, because we're going to be pulling the thing right out of the case here. So that's the next step. Once you got that removed here, this is off. This piece, you pick it up from where the air inlet is, pick up, slide out, that's how it comes out. Simple, no problem. So now you got it open up here. So this is where your glow plug is, right here, and this is the control panel. So what we're gonna want to do is that we're just gonna take both of these out. So we're gonna take the glow plug out and take the control panel out, and here's an Allen key that you're gonna need. So let's get that done next. So to remove the glow plug, we're just gonna get out of here. You want to, well, I'm gonna do this with 2 hands. I'm gonna put the camera down, but you're gonna want to hold these wires while you slide this back. just holding the wires, just to be careful that you don't, like, you know, pull it off the glow plug down there or anything. It's just good practice to do that. So do that. That will be the next step there. So you can see you got this slid all the way back. So the one other tool that I forgot to mention you're gonna need is this. It's a socket. It comes with the glow plug if you were to order a new glow plug, and I suggest if you do have these diesel heaters to order all the extra parts, especially if this is a full-time thing. Like some of you probably know, me and Yaz live this full-time, so I always have spare parts of this thing for when stuff like this happens, in case it's a part. It's happened before where it's been the glow plug, that's why I have this. So it's just, I forget what size socket it is, I'll search it up, but then it has this slit in here for the wire. So I have seen online some people just get a regular socket and then they, like, you know, cut this in here, but it's just a lot easier to get, you know, the actual one. So you're gonna just slide this in here like that, and then I just take a screwdriver, put that sort of right through here, and then you just crank it. But again, I put the camera down, do two hands, make sure I don't break anything by accident. Just go slow, don't go too hard, you don't want to break the glow plug inside. So I got it cracked, but the next thing to do to make it easier, like I said earlier, Allen key, take that out right here. You can see, just got to pinch, there's a clip right here, you just pinch this, pinch it, and you pull up. So I got it open. It is a lot easier, just have to use two hands. You just literally pinch this tab, pull this up, pops right up. Obviously, the green and yellow, that is your glow plug, and this is the motherboard, so where everything plugs into. So go ahead and just unplug the glow plug. You just gotta be gentle, just pull it right out. So got this unplugged, it's already cracked. So now it's just hand tight, so now you can just untwist it with your hands here. Pull this out. It's just a lot easier to get this out first and then open up the combustion chamber. I just like to remove it. I just don't want it to be stuck in there, you know, for whatever reason. I just get worried about these things breaking inside. So then your day becomes way worse than it should be. And here we go. Here's the glow plug. And there's inside, I already smell a lot of diesel. I feel like there's a ton of soot built up in here. So just put this to the side, be careful not to break it. You can kind of inspect it, it looks good. Doesn't look cracked or anything. So now that this is off, there's nothing else holding this piece, like the actual heater, inside the casing. It literally just slides sort of in. So I'm gonna use two hands. All you gotta do is pick it up from this end right here, up, and slide it out. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so this is the actual heater part, and this is the casing. One other thing you gotta do is you'll see this grommet right here on your motherboard that just slips into the casing. So you just gotta, you see the grooves right there. You just gotta pull that up, be gentle, obviously. Don't want that wire breaking, because that would suck, and it's definitely not gonna start. So I'll show you what the next step is coming up. All right, your next step, you got the heater, this is the fan. Like, look how dusty this is. It's gonna be cleaning all that off. But you got these Allen keys right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna take that off, and that's gonna remove your fan and the air intake from the combustion chamber. All right, so this is your fan and air intake, and then this is your combustion chamber. So the last thing you gotta do to get there is you got another 4 Allen keys, the exact same size, and this is where your glow plug came in. So your glow plug sits in here, and there's also a small hole right here that we're also gonna poke to make sure that there's nothing clogging that, because that small hole being clogged would also cause this. Just so everyone knows out there. So that's gonna be the next step, is to take these 4 Allen keys out. So I got it open here, and honestly guys, it's really not that bad, but there is puddles of diesel in here. So that could be the reason. And I'm also gonna look at that little hole for the glow plug, but it definitely seems to be that the combustion chamber is a little flooded. So I'm gonna clean this all up, make it nice and dry, make sure all those little holes are clear, and put it all back together and fire up and see what happens. Well guys, what do you know? back at full temp. She is running better than ever. I don't think it was the main cause, but I think the clogged air intake was obviously affecting how much air is coming out, because this fan is blowing way more than it ever used to. Well, thanks for watching this vid. I hope it was helpful to anyone out there who's having troubles with their diesel heater. Might do a couple videos on this, because I have fixed many different issues with this thing that even if they give you the same code, it's a kind of a different issue. But I'm happy that it's warm, so I'm gonna let this heat up, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.